You guys won't believe what happened when I started using this TB Joshua, Prophet TB Joshua morning water or living water. You won't believe it, but just stay tuned and listen so that you will get to know who the real person that man is. This is out of my own experience. I am telling you. When I started using this living water, something happened. Even the growth increased. The smell, because when the water is dropping, it will be smelling. The smell increased. The pain increased. But what happens after that is what you have to know. Be careful. You have to know who you run to for solution. Stay tuned. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you for coming along. Hello, my people. How are you all doing? Happy New Year once again. This is my first video of the year. Sorry it's coming late. I'm sorry I keep saying sorry. I should be tired of this sorry, right? I am. And I will be. Oh, you're welcome once again to my channel. It's your girl Fina Mike. Thank you for coming along. And if this is your first time of coming, you know what to do. Please click on that subscription button. Forget the fact that I've not always been there lately. I will start being there from now on, and I'll show you you're not going to regret being part of our ministry. Thank you for coming. Thank you, my old subscribers. Thank you, my lovely ones. I really appreciate your love. I really appreciate your kindness. You are just so much. I love you all. Thank you for coming again to watch your girl and to hear what she has to say today of all day. Thank you so much for coming. I am so happy today. I don't know if you guys have been noticing it. I am so happy, and I said with this mood I have to reach my people. With this mood, lately, to God be the glory. I am not here to complain about that. I've done that already, and I don't want to repeat it. But I just thank God for my mood today. I am so happy, and I'm here to share the mood, the joy, the happiness with you all. Thank you so much. I am happy you are here. Today I am here to talk about what man most of us know. He's a prophet of God here in Nigeria. For those of you who doesn't know where I am talking, or I am residing. I am here in Nigeria. I am a home-based woman, lady, whichever one. I am here in Nigeria. There's a great man of God, prophet of God, that some of us know, some don't, some are yet to. Most of all these ministers of God, people talk about them in different ways. Some would call you good names, some call them good names, some call them bad names, some leave them for God, which is the best thing, because it's only God that judges, it's only God that knows who is good and who is not. But today I am about to tell you about this man out of my own personal experience. I'm not here to tell you about what they say. I am not in what they say. I am not here to tell you about what people are saying or what has been going around. I'm here to share my own experience with you directly. I don't know, but after hearing this, please, I beg you in the name of God Almighty, don't judge me, don't criticize me. You can only love me for that. Yes, you can only love me for that. Don't judge, please. Are we in together? Yes. Last 2 years, this is 2029 years, February not 2 years ago, that was 2015. Yes, it was 2015. That was 4 years ago. Wow, how time flies. 4 years ago, there's something I used to have in my armpits here. The thing normally come like boil. When it's coming newly, to start scratching me. I'll be feeling the inches to be inching me, and within some days it will grow just like the way boy used to do. It will grow after some times. Then I'll box it. When I see some pulses in the mouth, I'll just open it and it will box and go. After some months it will come again. Yes, it continued like that. I didn't see it as anything till 2 years later. 2 years later, that was 2017. 2017, the thing came unusual. It wasn't like the way it used to be before. This time around, it appeared, and the pulse on it, the mouth wasn't just like the mouth of a boy the way it used to be. Before it used to be like this pimple on my face. Let me use it as an example. But this time around, it was wider, bigger, and even when I paused it, the pulse wasn't forthcoming. It wasn't coming out. It was just water that was dropping from it. So I called my mom. My mom said, maybe I should go to hospital. And I don't want anybody to cut me. I told my mom that I'm not going, that it's just a boy. She said, okay. After that, 2 months later, before, it takes like 4, 5, 6, even 8 months before coming back. So 2 months later, the thing came, continued. From 2 months to a month, it was coming at the same spot. So 2018, around November period, it came again. My husband asked me to go to hospital. I went to hospital. The hospital checked it and gave me antibiotics. That was all they could do then. So I brought the drugs home. I took them, and it stopped. It didn't occur again. Like after that 2 months, some weeks, it normally do. It stayed till after 6 months. After 6 months, it came again. That was from November. That should be like April period or so. April time, it came again, and that was now April 2019, I guess. It happened the way it used to before. Within 3 to 4 days, the whole thing has vanished. The pulses has come out. But the one thing I noticed is that once the pulse goes out, it won't dry up. If I touch here, I will still feel some things there, some growth there, though it won't be paining me as then that there was still pulse. So when that one finished, or the pulse finished going out with the water and everything, next 2 weeks later, it started scratching me again, and from there it started growing again. I told my husband that, see, this thing have started again after 6 months. He said maybe I will go back to hospital. I said okay, no problem. I went to hospital. Then I was still breastfeeding my baby, so they said they won't place me on antibiotics. But after checking me that very day, the doctor looked at me and asked me, why haven't I been coming? I said, oh, check my folder. I was here some months ago, and some drugs was being prescribed for me. So why should I be coming? It just occurred again. The doc said I have to undergo some tests, which they did. And when the results came out, the doc looked at me and told me that, madam, it's not really a serious issue. It's just a growth. But when did I say it started occurring? I told him. He said, okay, that I have to be careful, that when I'm done breastfeeding my baby, that when I'm done breastfeeding my baby, I should come back. that he has to give me a stronger antibiotics, but because of my baby right now, he can't place me on a strong antibiotics. I said, okay, but doc, why are you, that I don't understand the way you're placing this. Is there anything wrong? He said actually something like this normally leads to cancer. This is the way he put it. That normally leads to cancer, but if I can treat it as early as possible, that it will be better. I said, all right, no problem. I collected the antibiotics. I came home. After some days, the thing went away again. I'm going to show you people the picture of how it used to be when coming out, when the pulses are finished dropping out, and when there is pulses on it. This picture was taken on May. Before I'll show you so that you see the date. Can you see? This is story 4th to 5th May 2019. If you can see it clearly, this is May 2019. I took the picture on May 2019, and as you can see, this is how it used to be. Let me zoom it so that you can see it very well. This is how it used to be when it's coming out. It used to be like this when it's coming out, and this is how it used to be when it dries up. Sorry if you're not seeing it. Yeah, when the pulses are finished coming out, this is how it used to be if it dries up. But you will still feel the growth. If you touch it, you will still feel the growth in it. So this beginning of May, on 4th of May, it started coming out again. That is why the story is showing 4th to 5th of May, because the one of coming out, I took it that 4th, and the one of drying up, that one didn't like this. It was just a day or two. I took it on 5th. After that, the thing started again. It started coming out again. I'm going to show you people what happened after that one. After that one of May, it continued. Now these days it was weekly. It wasn't months, no, it was weekly. Today is scratching me, tomorrow is out. It has grown with pulses, with a lot of pains. When I say pain, once it grows like this, I won't be able to bring down my hand like that. Whenever you see me, I'll place my hand on a chair like this so that I can feel some air inside. Yeah, that was what I was passing through. Every week I must pass through this. Every blessed week I must feel this, until last week like that I went back to see the doctor during the time I was sick. Yes, I also equally told the doctor about it, because I was still passing through the pain even with the sickness. So doctor looked at it and said, look madam, you have to treat this, but let's finish with what is wrong with it, because it's like this thing is turning to cancer. I told him that I reject it. It's not my portion. Cancer, that is not me. He said that is what everybody say, but we just have to work on it as early as possible. I said, okay, sir. So towards ending of September, October, I guess, my husband went to Lagos to synagogue Church of All Nations. That is the church of this man I am telling you people about, TB Joshua. Then see the way the thing was. The thing grew again. Let me zoom it so that you can see it very. It grew again, and this time around it was not bringing forth any pulse anymore. If you press it, you will see my flesh. As you can see, you will see my flesh coming out, not more pulses or even water. It's now my flesh from inside that will be coming out. It will come out today like this, tomorrow it has dried like this. That time it was not daily, it was no more weekly, it was now daily. Today is out, tomorrow it has dried, next tomorrow is out. As you can see, my flesh was coming out the more. I don't know if you people can see this very well. You see what I was passing through. So my husband went for this there's one service, one program they were doing, the living water program. Yes, living water program. So he went for it. It was opportune to get that living water that they normally give them from the altar. So he brought some home. And gave to me. He wasn't even giving it to me because of that. He was giving it to me because of the sickness and the pains I was going through. So he gave it to me that maybe I should use that. This is the remaining one he brought back for me. He put it in a container, and I had this before. This is his it's still his morning water container. As you can see, this is from Scone TB Joshua's morning water container. I had this before the last time I went there. So I collected the water from him and I poured it inside this container. So I poured it inside this container so that I will not misuse it, because with this container it will enable me to use it little by little. So I prayed. I didn't go for the service. My husband went for it and brought back the water for me. So that was how I started using it. Every morning, every night, I will pray over it and sprinkle it on the armpit. You know, for years now, it hasn't been bringing out pus. If it grows like that, what it will bring out is water. Once it bulks, if opens, is water. And when you press it, my flesh will be coming out, no pus. So I started using it. The thing grew this time around. Grew very, very big. Very, very, very big. It grew. I'm going to show you so that you can see it. Look at how large the thing grew this time around. Can you see? This is my armpit. It grew this big. I was seriously in pain. One man said to me, why should this be increasing instead of decreasing? This thing, I'm ministering living water on it. I'm supposed to be having healing, not more pains. So I told my husband that, see what is happening. My husband said, oh, that if it's not working, I said, no. Don't discourage me. It will work. In short, it's God that is doing this. God is doing something. He said amen. I'm the one that brought the complaint. And he wants to tell me to continue using it. I said, and that is the word I want to hear. I'm going to continue using it because I know that God is operating it inside. That is why the growth is increasing. It continued like this. This time around, the growth didn't disappear within 1 or 2 days. It remained there with pain, severe pain. When I say pain, you should know what I was passing through. Severe pain. I was passing through severe pain this time around, more than what I was passing through before. 3 days it was there, 4 days it was there, 5 good days it was there. The growth was just like that. It wasn't decreasing, it wasn't going down at all. It was just like this. No reduction. It was just like this. My sisters and my brothers, devil tried to tempt me. I tried to lose hope. I won't lie to you. I tried to lose hope. I tried to ask myself question. People have been testifying. People goes, even instant healing do happen there in the altar. once they climb the altar. Some people will not even test the living water. Some will test the living water and start vomiting all sort of things. So why am I using dust water? Because I kept ministering it. Day and night I will minister. If I'm going out, I will minister. Though then I don't even go out because of the sickness I was passing through. So after bathing, I will minister on it. I was using it as my perf. You know, it continued like that till after 9 days. After 9 days, I was surprised. The thing started covering up. The mouth started covering up. And the 10th day, as I went to bed, I just said, let me check. I checked it because the pains increased. So I just said, let me check. This thing might not be that clear. But when I checked, I saw this. I saw pus. As you can see, pus is dropping down from it. I saw pus coming out of it. After how many years? I said, yes. I said it. I said it that God is up to something. If pus can come out of this thing, it means God is up to something. Because for years now, it hasn't been bringing out pulses. It has been my flesh that will come out if I press it. So I started pressing it. The pus was pouring down. That's the way it's dropping here. If I had someone with me that day, maybe I would have snapped it for you to see it clearly. The pus was pouring down. I'm going to show you for you to see the pus, the way it was dropping. Can you see? I couldn't take the picture clearly, but at least I was able to, after the pain might have reduced, I was able to take this picture. That was what was coming out of my armpit until it started mixing up with blood. So I stopped, and that was how I continued pressing it on daily basis. Before I would take my bath, I would press it morning, night. I was always doing it like that till after. It took time. Remember that those spots started coming out after 10 days of ministering this anointing water. When I started it newly, the growth increased. Truly, I almost lost faith, but I refused. I refused. I kept believing that God would do it. God have been doing it for all those ones testifying. The same God would do it for me. So I continued. And after coming out, and this continued, he started bringing out posts for 2 good weeks. I still did not tell my husband what is happening. I didn't even tell my husband that doctor mentioned anything like cancer. I didn't tell him because I know my husband. He will be scared and will start disturbing me. Go for this, go for that. I don't want that. So after 2 weeks, my brethren, I said, wait. This thing has been bringing out pus for weeks now. And it's not growing again. It's not scratching me. It's not inching me anymore. The growth is going down. The more the pus is coming out, the more the growth is disappearing. I said, okay. So I went back to the hospital to see the doctor. I went to the hospital. I showed the doctor all this and explained to him. He looked at me and said, Mrs. Osai, let me tell you the simple truth. I didn't just want to put fear in you. That thing has already turned to cancer. I know the funniest thing. I forgot something. Before my husband brought this, the second armpit too started growing with inches and all that. He said that it has turned to cancer, but he wanted me to be okay with the sickness and everything before he can break the news to me. That's why I just used the word is likely. It will likely become cancer. That after the test, they discovered that it's already cancer. I said, okay, please, I have one question. He said, what is it? I said, so if it's cancer, is it supposed to bring out pus like this? He said actually no, that it's not that there won't be any pus or water coming out of it, but not to this extent, that just the way it used to be before. When you are pressing it, the water with my flesh will be coming out. You will see my flesh coming out, just as I showed you people before. I said, does it mean now that the cancer have disappeared? He said they can't tell, but from the look of things, miraculously something have happened. I said, okay. He said, would I want him to test me again? I said, don't test me again. I'm okay with only this word. He said, but I have to confirm it. I said, Doc, I don't need any medical confirmation. That I knew what I was passing through initially. I knew how the growth used to be. Even when it dries, if I touch here, I will still feel the growth. I'll still feel it, that there is a growth there. Even when it's not paining me, I will still feel it, that there is a growth there. And as I'm touching it, the growth is drying. It's very little. As then I went to see the doctor. So I don't want any medical confirmation. He smiled and said, okay, there is no problem. I came back. Then my prayer increased. I continued praying and ministering this miraculous thing you are looking at. I kept ministering it. It was filled up before. As you can see where it is now. I'm managing it, carrying it like baby. I kept ministering it till after another 1 week. No pus was coming out anymore. Not even a drop. Even when I pressed and pressed, nothing. I touched my armpit. I didn't see any growth anymore. I called my husband and I said, my love, see you, that growth has disappeared. He said, what happened? I said, I was using this living water you brought for me. He said, were you using it for you? I said, no. I was using it. And said, what happened? So what happened? Then I showed him all the pictures I've shown you guys. He said, wow, that means the growth won't come again. I said, my love, did you know that it was cancer? He screamed. So what? I said, yes. I didn't want to tell you. I didn't want to tell you because I know if I tell you, you'll start disturbing me for checkup, for hospital, and all that. And I didn't want anybody to disturb me. So my dear brothers and sisters, I am here to tell you from my own experience. From my own experience. I don't know about you, but from my own, this is just part of my own testimony. I am not here to tell you all the testimony. I'm just here to give you this number one testimony. I will still bring more. But I tell you, Prophet TB Joshua is a real gem. He's a real man of God. Call him whatever you want to. Say whatever you want to say about him. But I'm telling you from my own personal experience that he's a real gem. I'm going to show you that particular place because I know that some of you will be saying, Shebi, she's there. Let us see the place. You will see the place now and you will confirm what I am telling you. Look at it, guys. Can you see the scar? This is the place where the whole thing happened. See it? It's dried up completely, no growth. See? Then if you touch it like this, all this place will be very strong. But now, nothing. See the scar? Nothing. The same thing with the second armpit. I'm going to show you guys so that you will see it and believe. This is the second one. You know, this one just started to see. As you can see, this is it. So I am not here to tell you stories. I'm here to give you real life testimony. Me, myself, not my sister, not my friend, but me, myself experienced this. He said this, don't joke with it. Do not joke with it. This is the source of my healing. I am not telling you that it's this, but I want you to know that your faith counts. Your faith counts. Don't just go, because many people have this, but are not experiencing anything out of it. Your own personal role has to be played too for it to work for you. Stand firm in Christ Jesus. He's the ultimate, and I tell you, you'll never regret it. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget, please, if this is your first time of coming, click on that subscription button, like the video, and share if you can. Thank you for coming once again. Fina, love you. I'll always love you. Thanks. Catch ya. Bye-bye.